Hey everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. In today's episode, we're going to be studying a piece by the career 3D artist known as Stuz0r, and in this episode, we're going to be looking at the influences of the virtual. We're also going to explore the concept of a network, so let's jump right into it. So at first sight, we're met with this single subject walking towards this massive pillar of light. Your first impression is likely one of awe due to such an ascendant sight before us. Of course, notice how space is used within the work at hand, right? The placement of our subject is in perfect center, aligned with both the pillar and the greater canvas as a whole. Of course, the form of our subject is also impossible to miss against such intense degrees of light. You may also notice how the colors within this composition revolve around this lilac and this light blue. Of course, this creates what we call an analogous color scheme, which is highly harmonious, balanced, and orderly as a final result. You may also notice how the textures within this composition, we see this everywhere from the sheen on the water surface to the rougher rocks all the way to the crystalline portal, of course, all of which immerse us so well within the work at hand. And with this in mind, what exactly are we witnessing here? The setting of the scene is quite difficult to pin down. Despite this, we appear to be within a cave or cove of some kind or another as these rocks just kind of tower over our lone figure. You may also notice, of course, the presence of our subject is just impossible to miss, right? They appear to be walking into kind of an entry towards this massive pillar, and it's hard to say exactly what these are, but despite this, the presence of these three pillars create this incredible sense of visual rhythm and also act as kind of an anchor point or a horizon to the composition at hand. And with this in mind, these pillars almost appear reminiscent of a portal of some kind or another. This, of course, symbolizes a space of transition from one realm into another. And the title of this work is Networking, may aid in getting some insights about what we may be witnessing. Of course, a network is an interconnected system of some kind or another that's kind of interacting with each other. And of course, at the end of the day, networks play a profound role in our day-to-day lives, from the daily relationships to the interactions to even the virtual realm which we inhabit at this very moment. Networks and systems are incredibly important in our day-to-day lives. And I wanted to ask you guys, which of these networks are most important to you? Of course, the work before us gives themes of the science fiction, the surreal, and we have, of course, a network or this interconnected system that's kind of born or flowing away from this central pillar here. And the work before us is incredibly realistic, right? That is because it is a digital render. And the digital rendering program here is going to be Cinema 4D. Cinema 4D is a highly professional program. I know a lot of artists from career to professionals who are using Cinema 4D to create their renders. So, it is not open source like something like Blender, but at the end of the day, it must be used for a specific reason. So if you want to take your renders to the next level, surely suggest Cinema 4D. Like I said, there are a lot of professionals who are using it. But at the end of the day, I want to ask you guys, what exactly do you think we're looking at? I think that's a pretty important question, kind of revealing what we may be witnessing. And of course, we talked about so many different things, from this sense of energy, the sense of visual rhythm, the concept of a network, to the kind of themes of science fiction, to the composition at hand. So many different things we talked about today. I really hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all enjoyed today's episode, make sure to check out the original artist Stuz0r, doing some amazing stuff and truly a career artist at this point. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Like I said, if y'all enjoyed today's episode, make sure to check out the original artist. My name's Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.